So here we are, day one. We're on the Atnarko River. We've got our guide out of the Tweedsmuir Lodge, just over top of there. Moving the boat for us, George's downriver, trying a little trout fishing. I am on a float with some roe and just a little bit of extra, extra bedazzle on there as well. So anyways, it rained this morning, cleared up. Well, it didn't clear up, it stopped raining, which is nice, but a couple small trout on so far, no Chinook yet. We'll see how the day goes. So basically just downstream right here where it comes around that last bend that you saw. In the background right there, that's a grizzly bear watching station, used later on in the season when the bears are in the river. So what you didn't see off camera here while I was casting was using the bait ball, and basically had a hit there. But what the Chinook were doing there is you would get a basically a hit, and then a chomp, and then a bit of a head nod. So something quite a bit different than what I was used to, which is basically sort of a hit and run. Well, here we are back, day 2, Monday, June the 25th today, I think, in the evening. So we're back at the airport hole here, setting up. Just the two of us. Our fishing partner, he's got some stomach troubles, so he's just chilling out. But Dad's bottom bouncing there. He's got the roe on, so we tied up some roe, little bait balls, so he's giving that a whirl. I got one on the barfish. Just kind of get that set up. I'll do this for a little bit, and then if the wind dies down, try and get out the spey rod and do a little bit of casting here. So far, anyways, the weather's still holding out. So here we are on day 4. It's been really slow on the Coola. I'm just upstream of the Bailey Bridge right now. I just thought I'd show you how to get the float set up. So there's a float right there. There's the weight, and then you can get it here. Swing it through there. That's the row ball, so tight on the end. So basically, what I'm doing is just kind of chucking it out into the fast water here. You can see there's that stream or the seam right there. Right on the edge of the seam, letting it float down, and down to about that point there, and hoping something's gonna come on up. So I'll just chuck this out here, one-handed, not very well. Try that again. So just throwing it out there, just kind of working it a little bit, making sure that it's getting into the right spot, and then basically letting it do its drift on through. So you probably can't see it anymore, but it's heading on down there and doing its thing. So I don't know, it's 7 o'clock at night here. I'm going to do this for maybe another hour or so, go back, have a beer, kind of relax for a bit, and tomorrow I think we're going to head up to the Atnarko tomorrow, go fish out of the smoke hole. So I think what I'll hopefully do is set up a tripod and try and get some video up there. Here we are on day 5 down at the smoke hole on the Atnarko. Much better water down here. We've seen a couple fish flip around. It's a great hole. We weren't here earlier because a lot of people were fishing here and there was just nothing, but probably weeks gone by since the last push of fish, so they should be up in this area. Father-in-law's up on the rock up there, and we're just kind of fishing through here on the float. Hopefully this will work out. Seen a couple fish splash. So we were fishing here for a few hours, and some folks came by in a drift boat, and as soon as they hit our hole, wham, they pulled about a 20-pounder out. It was a little bit, how do you say it? I don't know. Anyways, so we chatted with them for a bit. They came over. They were awesome folks. It was really great. Basically, they said hop in the boat, throw the line out, and we'll see if you can't get something else in here. Turns out, yeah, there was another one in there. It was a hole just on the other side we couldn't reach. So here I've got, finally got a fish on. So anyways, thanks to these folks.
Anthony's got a good fight going on there. Strip the line back out again. Very nice. Gage, you guys made it look so easy. I guess when the fish are in the river, they're there.
So I came to shore, grabbed my fish, cleaned it, and looked up. Next thing I know, Dad's in the boat with these guys. So super kind folks. Really appreciate them going the effort and helping us out there. You know, we'd been there for 5 days and just a bit of a dry spell, and they floated on by and yeah, looking good, catching fish for us. So anyways, folks from Williams Lake, thanks a lot. I think your name was Jim. Yeah, so Dad's in the boat there. He's got one on. There's that hole. It was just outside of our reach. It's always works out that way. So here we go, one on. Here's the action. So here we are back in Smoke Hole here in the morning. Morning we're leaving, and Rod's got one on here. So basically save you a bunch of shitty camera work here. He fought it for probably another 5 minutes in here. I could see it in the water in front of me. It was a good size, it was sort of that 20-25 pound range. It was pretty respectable. He was also fighting with his reel, so fighting the fish and fighting the reel. I was having some issue with the drag, and kept reeling in, but the fish was having none of it, just kind of standing there. So dropped the camera, well, put the camera in the pocket and went upstream. George is in the water there with the gaff ready for it. So a bunch of eager shore lice, whatever you want to call us there. So we got one guy in the river with a gaff ready to gaff the sucker as soon as it comes in. Not the greatest spot to try and land these things, but here it is. I'm getting a little anxious hanging back here, so I'm moving back upstream to where they are. We got some immediate support happening here. So in all fairness, this was day 8 of a long day trip, but if you look back at the previous clip, basically what you can see is that the drag was spinning as he was reeling in, and none of us noticed. We kind of caught it at one point, thought we had it tightened up enough, but apparently not.
George, behind you.
So he just right there says, George behind you, fish is right there. I didn't realize he'd sort of pulled the rod back over into the shore. The fish basically came right into a couple of big rocks right up at the edge of the bank, flipped, you can hear it, and shit, it's gone. So anyways, that was it for our trip. some good action that morning. It was a great time. Really enjoyed Bella Coola, and hope to go back again next year. I've been collecting a bunch of roe from a bunch of other friends, so that was definitely the key, is using the fresh or sort of the cured salmon roe. Made a big difference to our entire fishing trip there. Once we sort of figured out the spots, it was great time. So anyways, thanks to the Tweeds Merlot guide there. That was a great time. We really enjoyed ourselves.